Good afternoon and welcome to a review of Birdie Wing Season 2. Now we're on episode 5. And while I enjoy my freshly cupped water, and notice I'm wearing my Demon Slayer shirt because what happened in this episode made me realize just how good Eve is. Fellas, buckle your seatbelt because what I'm going to say right now, before the review of this episode, what I'm going to say will shock you. To all you Birdie Wing fans out there, to all the Eve fans, to all the sports anime fans who love this show, regardless if it's a golf anime, what I'm going to say will shock you. When I look at Keijo, when I look at Haruka Receive, and all the other sports shows out there, whereas Rock Climbing Girls, whereas Pride of Orange, or Hanabado. I'm naming all, and I want to be the strongest in the universe. When I look at all these female sports animes in general, buckle your seatbelt. Evangeline Burton, or Eve Burton, whatever you call her. Eve is without a doubt a top 3 female athlete in anime history. If we look at all the female sports animes in general, doesn't matter, golf, basketball, volleyball, hockey, rock climbing, every sport anime you have watched with these female athletes putting in life on the line, I kid you not, I am putting Eve in the top 3 female athletes in anime history. Because you gotta understand what Eve is doing. This episode made you a believer. This episode gave us, there's no doubt Eve is the GOAT. There's no doubt Eve is GOAT. And this episode just woke an eye on me. The development of Eve and her becoming pro says it all. And this is the episode we gotta see. So, without further ado, I gotta get right to it with episode review of Birdie Wing Season 2 because this episode lived up to its expectations. So, we're on episode 5, and it's great to see we got some business to take care of, and that's with the mafia. We got a lot of shit. So, Coach Aimu let Ichina, withdraw from school and just head over to Europe to meet Eve, being her caddy once again. Yes, it's hot because it's damn well freaking 75 degrees in New York. But that's here and there. Anyway, Eve is, Ichina decided to give up her class style and head straight to Europe to see Eve once again. And to be her caddy, by the way. Now, I gotta make a joke about this. Vipere and her boyfriend, I'm going to take a shot at this, but I'm going to say, what does he see in Vipere that I don't? Don't get me wrong. Vipere is hot. I'm not saying she is. I'm not saying she isn't. But what the hell do you see her that I don't? I'm just saying. The mascara shades and all that. I'm just saying. She got an attractive body, but what else do you see in her that I don't? That's here and there. So Eve is now part of Ariel's. But they pay for her finances, her rooms, and all that stuff for the next tournament. It's for her to become pro. But here's the catch. The Burton family has something. They can't help Eve on this situation because she has a deal with Catherine once again. She has a deal with Catherine once again. The last time she held with Catherine was that Catherine asked Rose to go against Eve. And then we got Rose's story, and then she died. It was kind of sad for those of us who haven't watched that. Go watch that match with Eve versus Rose. And then it was very touching to see Rose, what she had to do for Eve. But that's here and there. Okay, so again, we're back to facing the antagonist once again, Catherine. So Eve is putting herself on the line. She putting Vipere's life on the line. She even put her own caddy on the line. Now, Catherine, old hag, which we're going to call her AKA old hag, because every time we hear old hag, she gets tight. But she does look old. Anyway, she picked out one of the best too. The underground American champion. That that right there, we see more about her too in some ways, and it's nice to see Ichina and Eve together. Ichina's all happy about it. But like I said, Vipere's and everyone's alphas on the line in this match. So now we're going back to the underground golf once again. We are going back into this. We're coming back. And, Ichina's first day is not what they expect. I mean, the game is tonight. The game was tonight. I mean, like, legit, the match was set. So, the first match is one game, first match. Okay. That other golfer, Ramona, I can't pronounce her name. Her golf ball was the Phantom of the... Well, I won't call it... It's a mask. Not a Phantom of the Opera mask or Majora's mask. It was just a mask, like the Two-Face mask thing. And the thing is, I closely looked at that because if you go back to the opening of Birdie Wing Season 2, if you go back to the opening, you know I see when they place the golf ball there and it starts swinging? You notice, and before, towards the opening of the, ending towards the opening, when they place the golf ball there and you see that mysterious girl with the wings swinging, that golf ball was the mask. And I'm like, oh, it makes sense. Okay, I see where this is going. So, her first swing was just letting on the bunker. Then, when I first saw that play, I'm like, something's not right. I knew something was not right because how a professional golfer just shot it into the bunker. I'm like, nah, there's more twist to that. And then Eve, with her red bullet, and I'm going to get to her bullets, her red bullet launches straight up and down there. So that makes sense. Then it was her turn, and her play style is like, her play style in golf is more acting-wise, Put on a happy face, but put on a sad face. It's like the Two-Face of the mask. So when she hit the bunker, she hit it, but then she left all that sand in the area just for putting more pressure on Eve to see if she's going to fail or not. To put her on the fail or not, But Eve did her thing. She shot it like nothing. She shot it. Thanks to Ichina, she has the best partner. That's why Eve looked at Ichina and said, I trust you. Eve has grown as a character. She couldn't trust anyone, but with friends and families that she has now, she finally grown as a character, with her golf skills and being a best friend towards caddy of Ichina. The trust of those two they're a good pair. They're a good pair. And we got it. And then the thing is, I'm not even surprised that Eve won because back when Ramona, whatever her name was, when she was playing, her golf skills was a joke. Because Rio and the new girl that looked like Cho eating chips, saying they beat her in an instant. Like, your golf skills are no joke, and you call this for a fight? Her golf skills was no joke. I'm like, this is easy. This was easy. But here's where it gets interesting. And I love Eve with a passion, guys. Let me sit back for this. So the second match happened, and it was the lake. Across from it was a lake. Okay, Demon Slayer fans, get ready. So when she makes the shot, it almost landed on the lake. So she thinks she had a perfect precision to hit it. But Eve, man. Eve. Her development of golf never fails with her rainbow bullets. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. One more bullet. The seventh bullet. Indigo. I know that some people don't think indigo as a color of the rainbow, but but actually it is. Notice I'm going silent mode because Eve developed the water breathing technique. I know everybody's gonna joke on this because it's like the water breathing Tundra vibe of water breathing. and everybody loving that. So when Eve made that shot, the indigo bullet, the butler knew, and we knew that shot was hella perfect. Catherine up there saying it's gonna land in the lake. Even the butler knew that he's not gonna land in the lake. So it landed in the. It just popped like bung. It's like a pebble. You know how you threw pebbles in the lake and you're like skipping stones. That's what it was. So the ball just keep out. It went bounce, 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 bounce onto the other side of the field. I'm like, yeah, her rainbow shot and all that, yo. I have never been more proud of Eve's skills than ever. There's not one episode, there's not one moment of Birdie Wing that I sat up here and said, Eve's skills sucks. There's not one episode that I said, Eve golf skills are so corny or anything like that. I always question Eve's rainbow bullets and how each bullet does it. Like a revolver, it changes bullets, but it has this kind of a thing. Why? What changes? Like for her red bullet, it goes up. For a blue bullet, it goes straight forward. When it goes to a rainbow bullet, it goes right to the core and then spins on the other side. That's the beauty of Eve's skills. Each shot parries left, right, up, down, northeast, southeast, depending on the bullet that Eve's used. Forget about the putt. Forget about the golf putt. Forget about different types of golf clubs. Her golf skills are so good that it trajectories, whatever, it changes the course of the field. And what Eve did in this, making it an indigo bullet, shot through the other side, and Eve did it. And then she breaks the glass and said to Catherine's face, which she deserved. Eve's like, I want to play real golf. I want to play real golf. Take note. We're talking about Eve playing golf, like really playing golf outside, playing golf with Owie. That's her main goal. Focus on her Owie. But she don't want no underground golf anymore. She gave all that up. She don't want that. She doesn't want to play any underground golf. She's done with that. She don't want any part of that. What she wants is playing golf outside, where there's no trouble, no bullshit, just regular golf. I love that moment in Eve. I love it. And I don't blame her for a second. Like I said before, and I'll say it again. Evangeline Burton, Eve, whatever you call her, she is without a doubt top 3 female athlete in anime. Of all the animes you have, of all the female animes, sports you have watched, guys, go watch Birdie Wing and watch Eve perform. That's that. And I will say this, and I will be honest when I say this. Birdie Wing needs to be mentioned in the spotlight with Blue Lock and Umesune. I'm going to say it again. Breaking news. You can spread the word on YouTube, on Twitter, or I'm going to say it again. Birdie Wing needs to be mentioned more in the era that we're in. Needs to be on the level of Blue Lock and Umesune. That's all I'm trying to say. But anyway, this episode was really good. I mean, we got to see Eve's development as a character, trusting Ichina. I mean, we saw that more. We saw that before, but this was like she putting everything on the line. And for her to trust Ichina and Vipere and everyone else and unlocking a new bullet, her development is on the horizon. Waiting for her to play in the next women's open tournament, and Owie's gonna be there. We all know this is gonna be one hell of a match that we're gonna see. Now next week it's gonna be an Owie episode. I had no beef with Owie. I like Owie. Next week is gonna be an Owie episode where she's gonna unlock her new ability as a golfer, her new swinging skills. So we're gonna see where that goes in the long run. So, like I said, this was a good episode for Eve. I love it. She put all her water breathing technique. Props to all the Demon Slayer fans out there. I know people don't want to admit that, but Eve just unlocked a new water skill. She got a new water skill. People gonna say like, oh, she got a water bending ability or water style, but just by looking at this, I'm telling you right now, props for Eve. I love Eve. I can't wait to get a DVD, and I need a figure of Eve. I dead ass need a figure of Eve, but that's the end. Okay, and a wall scroll of Eve. I'm pretty much I need one. But again, I look forward for next week's episode of Birdie Wing Season 2. And we're going to see where this goes in the development of owies now, because I hope they show more of that. I just got this gut feeling in my gut that someone is going to die. I just got this gut feeling. And the antagonist, like Catherine, ain't over. I mean, Rose died. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a death somewhere. There's going to be a death somewhere in Birdie Wing. And I'm scared to know who. But like I said, we'll see where it goes. So, again, I look forward for next week's episode of Birdie Wing Season 2, and I'll see you there.